Well, my mouth just filled with puke.
What intrigued you to spit on another woman's mouth live on stream, bruh?
Yo.
What's good, YouTube? Today we're gonna be looking at crazy moments streamed live on Twitch. Y'all seen IShowSpeed exposes me. I want to see the craziest moments on Twitch. If you're watching from YouTube, make sure you guys join us on Twitch. We're live every day. Links in the description. Without further ado, let's get started.
There are two types of people in the world. Those who put tape over their laptop's webcam, and those who stream on Twitch.
Have you guys ever actually put tape on the camera of your laptop? The only time I did that, y'all remember when the test used to be online? I didn't want the teacher to look at me.
In one of the strangest popular phenomenon to come out of the internet, Twitch and other streaming sites have allowed those who love the limelight to get their daily dose of public attention from the comfort of their desk chairs. But it's not all donations and positivity. Twitch users have seen some pretty messed up stuff since the platform, owned by Amazon, was introduced in 2011. And as well as providing countless memes and compilation videos, Twitch has given us some pretty shocking moments, 10 of which are coming up now.
Bet.
Number 10. Is it getting hot in here? Fire and stupidity are a dangerous mix. Live streamer Daisuke learned this the hard way.
Are we surprised that this nigga did some dumb shit? First and foremost, the nigga got a cigarette. Only dumb niggas smoke cigarettes in 2023. Lineup is another thing. Yo, I don't even know why I'm talking, nigga. I'm bald.
And so did his neighbors. In the video, the trouble begins when the Japanese gamer, while streaming Minecraft, has some difficulty replacing his lighter fluid. Clearly not thinking straight, he puts a still lit match into his trash bag, which is full of tissues. As you can imagine, this catches alight pretty quickly. But
forget the tissues. Why would you put any type of lighter in your trash can? You ever thought, let me just take this fire out?
Daisuke takes a while to notice, despite his viewers warning him. Despite the few drops from his water bottle he uses in an attempt to put it out, he's unsuccessful. His next bright idea is to place the pile of burning trash into a corner of his room.
Oh yeah, a piece of my room is burning. Instead of me taking it outside so it'll just diminish, let me just add that pile of fire into another part of my room so that shit could burn too. It should be making me feel better about my intelligence.
The corner that's filled with cardboard boxes. As you'll see, things only get worse from there. He flees
Oh yeah, it's burning. Let me add a cardboard box.
the scene for some water, but only brings a small bowl full. Unbelievably, the bowl itself ends up catching fire.
Let me keep streaming this so people can see this. Bitch, you ain't gonna call the police? Hello, officer. A piece of my house is burning. You just gonna let this shit just keep stacking up? Maybe just add a little bit of police. Come here, like.
After trying for some time to put the fire out with a pillow and more bowls of water, Daisuke is forced to flee the apartment as it fills with smoke. Sadly, the building was reportedly consumed by the blaze, injuring several people. Local news
I guess you could say that was a lit stream. This is why I'll never have a girlfriend.
Indicated that the body of a woman was recovered from the building when the blaze was eventually put out 6 hours later. Don't mess with fire, people. Number 9. Ice Poseidon. Popular streamer Ice Poseidon has captured so much crazy stuff over his streaming career, he deserves a spot of his own on this list. Real name Paul Danino, the 24-year-old was suspended from Twitch in 2017 after a crazy viewer made a hoax bomb threat allegation against Danino while he was awaiting takeoff on a flight. This practice, known as swatting, happens often to popular Twitch streamers, as you'll see later in this video. And it usually involves a viewer placing a fake call to emergency services, giving the address of the streamer, and an accusation of some type of serious and threatening crime. Here you can see Danino's plane being boarded by security.
It's one thing to get swatted from your room. If you're getting swatted in the plane when your ass is about to go somewhere, that gotta be the worst shit because you think the plane gonna be like, let's just wait for him to get done talking to the cops. They ass gonna fly.
But this wasn't the only crazy thing to happen on stream to Ice Poseidon. In another clip, a maniac with a fire extinguisher interrupted an otherwise enjoyable dinner for Danino and other restaurant guests by spraying the device all over the building.
Yo, what are you doing, bro? Yo, dude, what the you doing, dog? Are you what bro? What
Luckily, no one was harmed, and the police apprehended the man soon afterwards.
What was his reason? I know crackheads come in all shapes and forms, but that gotta be odd as shit.
Number 8. Neighbor trouble. Twitch streamer Jessica J is in the middle of a colorful sketch when a loud banging at her door startles her. When she answers it, she learns that she'd been so lost in her activities with music playing through her headphones that she'd been unable to hear the chaos in the street outside.
Oppenheimer just occurred outside of your house. If it was like some gunshots or a fire, I understand because you can't hear fire. This is a grenade. You can't be that tuned into drawing. What was you listening to? If it was Eat, I understand.
It turns out one of the houses on her street is up in flames, including the trees in the yard. As she walks over to the window, she sees the raging inferno outside and quickly flees the house.
Oh my god, you guys! Holy guys, I've got to go. This fire is spreading so fast.
If her neighbors hadn't come to her place to make her aware of the blaze outside, who knows what could have happened. Thankfully, Jessica J later confirmed on Reddit that no one had been harmed by the fire. Number 7. Walk of Shame. There are some really terrible people in the world, so it makes sense that there are some terrible people on Twitch too. Zillion OP gained popularity after sharing his heartbreaking story of being unable to afford the colossal medical bills associated with his paraplegia. Unable to walk and hence unable to work, the streamer amassed a great deal of sympathy from his fans.
Faking being in a wheelchair, nigga, bruh. You gotta be an asshole. If I was running that scam, I would have been like, alright, I'll holla at you. Oh, I'm still straight.
In a heartwarming display of human kindness, his fans pulled together, donating what they could and raised tens of thousands of dollars for the wheelchair-bound streamer, more than enough to cover his medical bills. In fact, a single penny could have covered his medical bills. Because you see, Zillion OP was caught doing something a paraplegic could never do in one of his streams. Accidentally leaving the camera running, fans were appalled to see him doing this.
If your ass don't fall down immediately.
Turns out Zillion OP isn't a paraplegic at all. He can walk just fine. But those fans who had donated, their wallets remained lighter than before because the streamer never returned a dime. Number 6. International Stalker. Famous people have always had to deal with crazed stalkers. From John Lennon to Eminem, public figures have learned that it's just a product of the weird cultural force of celebrity life. Twitch streamers may be a new kind of celebrity, but their fan bases often exceed those of the old media stars.
I'm sorry, as a Twitch streamer myself, I hope your audience is not full of NPCs.
Their fan bases can be equally crazy too, as streamer Wreckful found out. While walking through the streets of Japan, Wreckful noticed that he was being followed by a creepy stranger in a surgical mask. To make sure he isn't just being paranoid, Wreckful makes several changes in direction, but the stranger continues to pursue him.
Wait, he turned. Wait, he turned. Wait, do I run?
This is how you know Twitch streamers are like lost in the chat. Nigga asked, do I run? Nigga, yes!
I'm running.
Eventually, the stranger calls out to Wreckful, and the streamer is relieved to find it's just a fan, pulling a twisted prank.
Let me find out when of y'all niggas follow me. I'm hitting y'all niggas with the... Nigga, get out, run.
You know me? Why did you do that? Come on, man. That was
Upon asking the fan why he decided to mess with him, Wreckful grows uncomfortable once again. It turns out the fan had traveled 5,500 miles from Sweden just to meet him. Crazy or what? Number 5. Extreme Reaction. Not all of the shocks on Twitch come from people doing terrible things. Some of them, due to the long hours streamers are live for, are simply alarming facts of life. Symptoms of illnesses, disabilities, and even death are commonplace on Twitch, as was the case with user Kun. While streaming
Wait, what's his name?
and eating snacks, Kun begins itching himself. He is clearly in physical discomfort and appears confused. In a short space of time, things get a lot worse.
Is that
Kun goes very
allergic?
red, his breathing becomes labored, and he appears on the verge of unconsciousness.
Alright, who put Magic Johnson's blood in his drink?
Eventually, he attempts to leave his chair and faints onto the floor.
Damn, I hope he good.
Turns out Kun was having a severe allergic reaction to a snack containing peanuts. Eventually his reaction ended and he got back up, resuming the stream like nothing happened. While he did visit the ER eventually, he now suffers from brain damage and his fans were left disturbed and deeply concerned after watching their favorite streamer suffer the event. Number 4. Seizure on stream. In another worrying event caught on Twitch, streamer Lothar is playing Hearthstone when he begins acting strange. Looking around his room as if seeing something the viewers couldn't, he appears frightened and confused. As his hallucinations worsen, Lothar grows increasingly agitated.
Why is ass looking like that? The nigga see Ryuk in the corner of his room or some shit?
Eventually, his head tilts back and his eyes roll up into his head. He falls off of his chair with a final cry for help. His fans begin to panic as they hear the streamer struggle for breath off camera. Eventually, Lothar's wife enters the room, shocked to find him in such a state. Panicked, she tries to revive him, but when she is unable to, she contacts emergency services and Lothar is rushed to the hospital.
W wife.
Luckily for Lothar, he was able to make a full recovery, but had his wife arrived mere moments later, the story could have had a very different ending for his fans, who watched at home in horror, unable to help. Number 3. Swatted. I mentioned earlier about the emergence of the troubling trend of swatting, but for Twitch gamer Jordan Mathewson, known as Kutra, the trend lived up to its name in a very real way. While in his office in Colorado, popular streamer Kutra is suddenly disturbed by an unwelcome party of visitors.
I think you're getting swatted. What in the world?
The heavily armed intruders are in fact
And the thing is, you can't even blame the police for doing shit like that because all you know, they were probably told this man is a mass murderer.
a legitimate SWAT team, responding to a call accusing Kutra of shooting 2 co-workers and holding another hostage at his office. They force him to the ground, arrest him, and take him away for questioning and
So imagine that same plot, but he was black. They emptying the clip.
eventual release, but not before their huge, loaded shotguns give Kutra a scare he would never forget. While it may seem funny, and in this case maybe it is, there's serious risks with a prank like this. Those guns are loaded, and one wrong move could leave a beloved Twitch star or anyone caught up in the swatting dead.
Exactly.
Number 2. Public robbery. While streaming a game of Dota 2, Twitch user Sajaden, real name Nikki Elise, hears strange noises from downstairs in her house.
Is that a knock?
Her boyfriend goes to investigate, and soon a commotion can be heard.
TP back home. What are you doing? TP. Please TP.
Concerned, Nikki goes downstairs, only to find her home has been invaded by 2 armed thieves who can be
Saw a raider. We're seeing a woman getting robbed and this nigga says raider.
heard shouting at her to get on the ground. Most alarming is that one of the thieves can actually be seen entering Nikki's room, rooting around for anything of value, brandishing his pistol. He picks up several items believed to be valuables and weapons and heads back out.
Okay.
Luckily, thanks to her viewers contacting authorities, police were able to apprehend one of the robbers, but not before the other escaped. Amazingly, the calls to authorities were placed from all around the world, with the initial call being made all the way from Europe. It goes to show the internet can do some good when it wants to. Before I unveil the most unbelievable Twitch moment of all, there are a couple of contenders that deserve a mention. Another streamer shrouded in infamy, Pink Sparkles made her name because of her enormous personality.
If you look at it, them shits are nice, bro. Her earphones, nigga. Stop being weird. What are y'all looking at? I see you, nigga. Get your eyes off of this, nigga.
Which she unfortunately flaunted on screen. She did it all. Exaggerated fits of rage,
Not fake. I'm not fake.
pretending to cry,
Unbelievable. I'm like serious crying.
even pretending her PayPal account got hacked to trick fans into donating to test whether it's working.
Just $1. I don't give a how much you donate. Just try $1.
No, that's lame. With that being said, yo, chat, my Cash App been a little glitchy recently. If one of y'all niggas could send like 50 cents, not even $1, just if one of y'all could just donate $1, we know your shit is not hacked. Just say you're trying to just show your titties for money, bruh.
Like try 1 cent. I don't give a how much. Just 1 cent. I don't care. I just want to make sure that it's working. I don't know if it works or not. It's working! It's working!
Why she built like the letter P, bruh? If your wife gonna spend so much money on some titties, you look like Wendy Williams, bruh. She's built like an AirPod. Nah, I see it, bruh.
But worst of all was when fans spotted ViewerBot software running on Sparkles' desktop. ViewBots are essentially fake stream followers, and the discovery resulted in an instant temporary ban from Twitch. Other
Damn, so your titties wasn't even that nice to gain viewers? Your ass had to get bots?
streams just leave a bad taste in your mouth. Like this moment when Bravold89's friends decided to entertain his audience with a spit fight, aiming for each other's mouths. Well, my mouth just filled with puke.
Ew! I'm starting to say this. This is not the color of spit. The shit niggas do for money, bruh.
For a palate cleanser. Number 1. Twitch's crime drama extravaganza. And arguably the craziest, funniest, and most unbelievable Twitch stream of all time, if not one of the greatest videos the internet has ever produced, this infamous stream from Mr. Big paints a pretty shady picture of the streamer's apartment complex. The first strange thing occurs when Mr. Big opens the door to a couple of cops who have come to speak to him following several noise complaints. Mr. Big is not particularly cooperative and is arrested, being walked out of his apartment by the officers.
Bro gotta get 2 handcuffs. I can tell why he's called Mr. Big.
Walk that way, please. Walk that way, please. Why are you guys harassing me? You guys are taking me out of view of the camera. Yes. I'm doing nothing wrong.
Pretty standard issue, what with all the crazy stuff that happens on stream, right? But this one's just getting started. After the police and homeowner are out of sight, the front door slowly opens and Mr. Big's neighbor enters. Clearly, this guy dislikes Mr. Biggs as much as the other neighbors who made the noise complaint.
This is his shoes? Nigga got some Jordan Horizons? Bro, I hope they give you life in prison.
Several items, including Biggs' trainers and headphones, and steals them without hesitation. Not only this, but he makes a return visit for more. Maybe the police should have focused their efforts on this guy rather than Biggs. Either way, Mr. Biggs' sticky-fingered neighbor soon received a police visit himself. After all, there's no better evidence than a video broadcast.
Imagine your ass got busted. Some Jordan Horizons. Bitch, those are not even retros. Nigga, those are probably those Shaq shoes that you get from Walmart. But anyways, YouTube, that does include the video. Hopefully nothing happens on my Twitch stream, and you should join it. If you're watching from YouTube, make sure you guys join us on Discord, catch us on Twitch. Make sure you guys subscribe by that good stuff for access for life. Love y'all, and peace.